Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the 2005 action-adventure thriller film. We're going to put quotes around all of that. Elektra. So this is a Marvel property. This is another 20th Century Fox property. So this is the 20th Century Fox universe that we have for these particular Marvel characters who are slowly integrating into the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, owned by Disney. So Jennifer Garner is back as Elektra. She loves playing that character. She's great playing that character. She's done so much training to be that character. And what robs her for this particular sequel film, technically, is the story. The way it was shot, the directing of this, the editors. I don't understand why this project was greenlit as it was greenlit. This should not have been the project. We should have got a John Wick version of Elektra, just kicking everyone's butt. The montage after montage after montage of her getting glimpses of the past and her working out for a minute and her training for a minute here and training for a minute there. And I'm like, what does this have to do with the relevance of the story? It has nothing to do with the relevance of the story. They're only doing that to up the eye candy factor. I'm like, you have an extremely talented individual. Use her talent. Don't just use her looks. That's a disservice. It's a disservice to the human. It's a disservice to the character. So Elektra is back from the dead because she died at the end of Daredevil. And we see her being revived in an ambulance. Then she's sent away somehow to this training facility. She's with this particular martial arts school. And there's this rival mystic martial arts group led by Kurigi, K-I-R-I-G-I, however you say that. I think she says Kurgi at one point, but I was like, there's another I missing in there, Kurigi. So he's another head of this hand organization, who is this mystical martial arts group. Why they have beef with Elektra, well, it goes back to, when her mom and dad were still around, and Kurigi's the one who actually killed her mother. Not this demon that she assumed. It was actually him this entire time. She just made up the demon in her mind to give herself peace, kind of a thing. Interesting in regards to that type of backstory. Facing the past to acknowledge the present to move forward to the future. Great. But how we got there took forever. The ending was fine in regards to the final battles, etc., etc. But getting there took forever. Getting there took so many montages and so many times of her just staring out into the lake. I'm like, what? Why are we doing this? Why are we just staring out into the water? It was so dragging and a disservice to the character. The only aspect of this that I truly, truly enjoyed, of course, Jennifer Garner kicking everybody's butt. But I did not know that the hand organization is the Marvel Origins and the foot organization is the TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles version. That was an homage to the hand. So Elektra has the same type of weapons that Raphael has. She's fighting the hand. And then here we have, on the flip side, Raphael having the same type of weapons. I don't know the term. It's the sword with the little hand sword with the little U on the ends. I don't know what they're called. It's not a scythe. I don't know what they're called. But I thought it's funny because then Raphael is facing the foot. Elektra is facing the hand. So I thought it was a neat little nod from the creators of TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, to acknowledge then Elektra. And obviously it's an influence. It's a cool influence. And I didn't know that. So I had to look it up. And I was like, oh, there's a lot of articles about how it was an influence. Cool. So why have we not seen the hand in any other aspect of Marvel? I want to see more hand stuff. I want to see more hand organization exploring stuff. I liked the mutant that they had a part of their group, Tattoo. He's an awesome character. Show me more of that stuff. So there's a lot of elements of this film which could have been great. But getting from point A to point B to point C was just mind-numbingly painful. It's a disservice to the character, disservice to the actor, disservice to the talent, disservice to the ensemble. I'm not a fan of this sequel, unfortunately, but Elektra is reprised. Jennifer Garner reprises her role umpteen years later, 18, 19 years later in Deadpool and Wolverine. This is why we're doing this marathon. So, wanted to refresh the memory. I never actually saw Elektra when it came out in 2005 because I kept hearing horrible things about it. And I can understand. I even watched the director's cut of this, and there's still no even salvation to it. It's a completely different director, completely different writer than Daredevil. And that Daredevil director's cut, 2 hours, 13 minutes, something like that, was awesome. We just talked about it. So I wish Elektra was that same kind of awesome, movie-wise, that Daredevil was. but it's not. Can't win them all. Let's hope Jennifer dons the Elektra outfit and mojo once again. Yeah, 2005 Elektra. On to the next review. Mahalo.